In this video, let's add randomness to our sketch. And in order to add randomness, we can use this function called random. And again, I always like to start with a circle. And that circle is going to be x, y, and d. But then we actually need to create those variables, let x equals 2. So let's say if we want to have a random location for the circle, I'm going to use this function called random. And then I'll enter the number 400 and let y equals to 200 and let d equals to 100. As you can see, we have a circle that has a random x coordinate. So it's moving all the time. One thing we can do is to, again, move the background. I'm going to delete it here and type it inside of setup. Now we can actually see that circle, see all the different positions of that circle. So now we have a random circle horizontally at different locations. And then we can do the same for the y as well. So random 400. Oops. Right. So now we have random circle at random location, random x and y. And then we can also further randomize with a random size as well. So, oops, random 100. So random size. So what exactly is happening here? So when we use this function, random and then a number, what is going to happen is this random function will provide or give us a number, or the proper term is to return a number that is return a random number that's anywhere from 0 to the number that we provided. So essentially we are specifying the maximum value for this number. We can also specify the minimum value. So by default is 0, and then we can specify that as 300. Now it's random, but it's only staying within that range between 300 and 400. And then similarly for the y, maybe 200 and 400. So we can control the range where that random number is. And I think it's especially important for d. Maybe we don't want it to be completely we don't want it to completely disappear, so maybe the minimum diameter is 10. So I'm actually going to change x and y back to 400. Yeah. And remember what I mentioned about the width and height, those two variables? So now if I change this to 500, what's going to happen is there's going to be a column on the right-hand side where there's no circles. So how do we make this automatically kind of adaptable? So we change x to width and change y to random height. So that way it automatically adjusts based on the size of our canvas. Yeah. So it's going to be any number between 0 to width or 0 to height, for the x and y. And now, what about random color? We can do that as well. So what do we need for color? We need R, so random 255, because for colors, the range to specify the color is a number from 0 to 255, and let G equals to random 255, and let B equals to random 255. So now these three values are going to have three separate random number anywhere from 0 to 255. And we are going to use the fill function, R, G, and B. So now we have random color of random circle, of random location, of random size, and random random color. Let me try to say that again. Random sized circle at random location with random color. And of course we can specify the range of color. Let's say maybe if we want all the color to be kind of red, what we can do is reduce the amount of greenness and blueness. So now all the circle is kind of red, and similarly, if we want the red to be like really bright, what we can do is to choose a number anywhere between 100 and maybe 200 and 255, and 200 and 255. So that way the color we get is going to be very bright. Because 2 out of the 3 values are number that are above 200. So we can specify, really customize the colors, even though they're random, based on the range that we assign to the random functions. And now let's actually link this back to the drawing sketch that we created. So if we want to draw a random color and with random sizes, we can do that as well. So for that, I'm going to create a new sketch. I'm going to oh, I didn't save it, so I will save this first, and then I'm going to duplicate. As soon as I duplicate that, I'm going to write if statement if mouse is pressed. Then we draw the random circle. So now this time, no random circle and only draws when I press. So if that's what you want, great. That's also an interesting interaction where pressing generate random circle. And then X and Y, I want it to be exactly at mouse X and mouse Y. And here, by the way, you also kind of see the benefits of having those variables. So now we are not directly editing the circle or fill. Instead, we are only looking at the variables, so it's really clear what we are changing. So now this time, I'm drawing with circles, but those circles are random sized and random color. That has random color. And I think the size is a little bit too big, so I'll change it to maybe a random range from 10 to 30. So again, now we can write with this tool that we just built. So code, yeah, there we go. So this is a quick introduction to random functions. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.